From a global perspective, Middle East megaprojects seem like nothing more than extravagance and a wild show of extreme wealth. But as the limited supply of oil eventually dries up, can the undertaking for these billion-dollar projects really be justified? What is the rationale behind such vast and, well, extremely risky expenditure? In this video, we'll carefully explore the reasons the Gulf states engage in such mega projects in spite of the seeming disadvantages, as well as the perceived economic benefits that will be derived from such projects. In 2022, it was proposed that the economies of the Gulf Cooperation Council would expand to 3.7% and 2.4% in 2023 and 2024, respectively. This was according to a report by the new World Bank Gulf Economic Update. It was also projected that the Gulf states will experience even more expansion in later years. While it's expected that countries should still be in the recovery phase from the economic fall experienced during the recent pandemic, it's rather shocking that some countries propose expansion. More than being a clockwork occurrence, the Gulf states have measures in place for their expected increase. Therefore, rather than mere projections, it has become a principle of cause and effect, where strategies meant to yield certain desired results are in place. These strategies are what some term the big dumb mega projects of the Gulf states. For many years, the UAE and Saudi Arabia have had their focus on ways to diversify their economy and create sources of wealth outside oil and gas in a bid to boost the economy. This is important because while the Gulf states are oil-rich, the scarcity of water and workable arable land remains a big issue among other discrediting stakes. This propelled the Gulf states to think outside the box and extend the boundaries of their capacity to generate wealth using alternative ways to bring in revenue, hence the megaprojects. These projects are estimated to be from billions of dollars to trillions. One of such is a NOAM project handled by the Public Investment Fund in Saudi Arabia. This particular project doesn't cost tens or hundreds of billions, but $1 trillion. This new big thing is called The Line, a revolutionary smart city of 170 kilometers in length, 500 kilometers height, and 200 meters width dimensions, envisioned to be home to about 9 million people, which is equivalent to the population of Manhattan. The design of this masterpiece is so unique and utterly unimaginable. It's based on a new concept, the concept of zero-gravity urbanism, an idea of building city functions in vertical steeps, making it possible for people to move in 3 directions in the city, up, down, and across, providing easy access to offices, schools, parks, and residential facilities. This unconventional plan also allows for fast access to facilities and services within a 5-minute walk. Should this project pull through, the line will become the world's first fully-fledged vertical, 3-dimensional city, eliminating the need for cars, as daily needs and services will only be a 5-minute walk away for every resident. One would think the line is the only project in the pipeline for NOAM, considering its enormity. Yet, financially tasking as it is, NOAM has several other mega projects underway. One of such is Trohina, a year-round winter sports complex designed by Iraqi architect Zaha Hadid. This sports complex is proposed to be the first outdoor ski resort in the Gulf Cooperation Council region and will host the Asian Winter Games come 2029. In addition to this, Trohina will have an airport, a seaport, industrial and research centers, and sports and training facilities. Oxagon is another developing project. Designed to take advantage of shipping traveling through the Suez Canal, Oxagon will become a port city on the Red Sea and a logistics hub for the wider NOAM project. From a broad perspective, the Oxagon is also a renewable energy-powered region that is part of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 plan aimed at diversifying its economy and minimizing dependence on oil. Now, how do these mega projects play any significant role in the development of the economies of the Gulf states? The relevance of these high-budget projects are highlighted under 3 parts. The first is to attract. In order to diversify their economies, the Gulf states need foreign direct investment. The UAE's free zones, tax benefits, and golden visa initiatives offer excellent opportunities for talents and businesses to relocate to the Emirates. Under the UAE's Projects of the 50, its tourism strategy aims to increase tourism's contribution to the GDP to $450 billion by 2031. For Saudi Arabia, the kingdom expects tourism's contribution to the GDP to increase from 3% to 10% by the end of the decade. Another significance of these projects is connectivity. To meet the needs of urbanism, tourism, and trade, the Gulf needs to put a lot of effort into transport and infrastructure. As a strategic partner in China's Belt and Road Initiative, the UAE has invested heavily in this area. In line with the country's tourism strategy, Abu Dhabi International Airport is undergoing a multi-billion-dollar expansion. This new site will be the first in the world to use advanced AI technology and biometric capabilities to accommodate up to 45 million passengers in a single year. The UAE is also investing in railway transport development. Etihad Rail is the newest national rail network designed to connect the 7 emirates of the UAE with its neighboring Gulf nations, Saudi Arabia, Qatar, Kuwait, Bahrain, and Oman. Lastly, apart from profitability, these mega projects are also meant to protect, provide for, and replenish the Earth. One area where the Gulf countries can really stand out and enhance their international status is in the development of sustainable megaprojects. It's vital, therefore, that expense is justified by providing value and purpose beyond a simple boost in profit margins. The Gulf countries may be oil-rich, but they have a more crucial natural resource in abundance, that is, sunshine. Studies have revealed that renewable energy is the key to fighting climate change and securing the future of the planet. As major exporters of crude oil and petroleum, the UAE and Saudi Arabia know only too well their responsibilities in finding sustainable alternatives to energy supplies derived from fossil fuels. From these, it's established that these projects have worldwide significance. These epic projects hold a bright future for the Gulf states, simplified into one word: tourism. In order to diversify their economies and reduce dependence on volatile oil prices, the Gulf states are drifting towards the tourism industry as a possible solution. Niche markets such as health tourism, sport, and shopping have become the main targets, and World Tourism Organization figures show that tourism growth in the Gulf states is among the highest in the world. In many countries, tourism is a major economic activity that contributes to economic prosperity. It's also an industry which generates revenues that can quickly seep downward to the very grassroots of society, and so everyone benefits from it. But apart from the economic and financial gains, tourism can also be an instrument of change within societies, opening up conservative, inward-looking communities to the outside world. Several Arab Gulf countries have the goal of turning themselves into major tourist destinations, and some have already recorded considerable success. Even though it appears risky, the dividends that can be earned are great. Some nations pave the way, making it possible for others to see the light in this prospect. One such place is Dubai. Dubai, the commercial center of the UAE, is perhaps the major tourist destination of the Gulf region. In 2000 alone, tourism contributed a whopping 11.6% in the GDP. Since the 1960s, they have encouraged visitors by consistently building, upgrading, and modernizing their airports, and second, by developing the other necessary infrastructure, such as hotels. Dubai has launched several tourist facilities from the late 1990s until now, and this has been followed by an even larger commitment by both private and government sectors in the past years. The economic boom that has resulted from this has further increased the number of business visits to Dubai and, invariably, the number of leisure tourists. There's no doubt that these epic projects are risky, yet they are vital for the future of the Arab states. Although creating entirely new and megacities and infrastructure is no small feat, it is necessary in transforming the Gulf states from vulnerable, single-commodity economies into prosperous and sustainable powerhouses, attracting not just tourists, but also foreign investors, businesses, and talent. These massive projects may not be so dumb anyway, considering the enormous economic benefits that have been predicted to be got from them. The decade is about to be an epic one, thanks to the Gulf states. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, subscribe to see more informative content. What do you think about these massive expenditures of the Gulf states? Let's hear from you in the comments. Until next time.